guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today I'm once again answering some of your questions, like what is a brand that I used to love but now hate, and why is that? And also, what independent watchmaker offers the best bang for your buck in today's market? All that and more on today's episode. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today, I'm wearing my Neo Vintage from the late 90s Breitling Chronomat Evolution. Don't wear this a ton, but honestly, I thought it went with like my preppy look today, my late 90s preppy look, so I'm enjoying it. Also, guys, just a little announcement and heads up. Maybe you got an email from us a couple weeks ago, but we have started a new Rolex buying program. We need to stock up on Rolex watches. So if you have a Rolex to sell, please go to delraywatch.com. At the top of the website, it says sell your watch. Fill out that form, and one of our buyers will get back to you ASAP. Please do not call us to offer the watch. We need to kind of take all the offers in line, and we do get hundreds a day. So you do need to fill out that form, but we are paying top dollar for Rolex watches. Anyway, guys, these are the questions you ask me on my Instagram account at Federico Talks Watches. A few times a month, the Q&A picture pops up. When you see that picture, feel free to ask your question. When I get enough questions, I take the picture down. Please do not DM me. I do not check them. And in no particular order, we start with the wrist index. And he says, hey, Fed, what's one watch brand you used to love but now hate due to branding or overall creative direction? This one is very easy for me. I'm going to go with Roger Dubuis. I adored Roger Dubuis for many reasons. Apart from the awesome watchmaking, I also was a Roger Dubuis brand rep when I used to work for Tourneau, so I visited the factory. I really fell in love with the brand. And the brand's taken a lot of different directions over the years, but the direction it's taking now, this Lamborghini-esque, Richard Mille overpriced, skeletonized garbage they're making. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of modern Richard Mille. I love the Monégasque collection, the Sympathy collection. I love the old Excaliburs. But what they're doing now, you know, not only is it ugly and overpriced, but it's not even selling well. The Dubuis brand is in a lot of trouble, in my opinion. And yeah, it is a brand that I used to adore, but now I can't stand to look at. David, Midlife Crisis, says, hey, Fed, do the new quartz movements that show the secondhand sweeping, do you like them or do you consider it to be deception? David, I don't consider it to be deception at all. So the reason quartz hands used to tick, right, instead of like beating totally smooth or 8 beats a second like a mechanical watch, is to save battery life. The battery lasted a lot longer because the hand wasn't constantly in motion. And over a couple of years, 1 tick per second as opposed to 8 ticks per second saves a ton of battery. Now technology has moved forward. People have come up with quartz watches that can perpetually sweep, and I don't think it's deceptionate. I mean, I don't think... You know, people used to say, well, if it doesn't tick, if it ticks, it's a fake Rolex. That's like a very low level, like, example of watch knowledge, in my opinion. Technology has moved forward. Sweeping quartz watches are still quartz watches. They just now sweep to give it a smoother look. Why not? It's an evolution. I don't like them. I don't hate them. It is what it is. Things have moved on and technology has gotten better, and now quartz watches are able, in certain circumstances, to sweep continuously. I say it's a good thing when there's progress. Shrikant Vasudev, excuse me if I butchered that. Hey Fed, what do you think about independent watchmakers and which one of them offers the most value for money? So I'm going to talk about, independent watchmakers are watchmakers that make most of the things in-house. They're not owned by a bigger corporation. I'm going to talk based on MSRP. Everybody knows what I'm going to say. I'm a big fan of Moser, top tier, independent. They make fantastic complications, fantastic dials, fantastic movements. They're led by a fantastic executive team. I still think, even at full price, which you can definitely get them less than full price, even at full price, they offer fantastic value for money compared to other high-end brands. And it's not a surprise to anybody. Moser's been killing it, and my opinion has not changed. And then Watches to Die For said, what is your view on Parmigiani? Do you think it's a better buy than a Moser, assuming a similar price range? Assuming a similar price range, no. I don't think it's a better buy than a Moser. I think a Moser is a way better buy at a similar price range, even though Parmigiani is very high-end as well. Not quite as special. They use Vaucher movements, which, by the way, they own Vaucher, so it is in-house, but they also sell Vaucher movements to other brands. Moser sells parts, but not movements. You should pay significantly less for a Parmigiani than a Moser. Not because it's a way worse watch, just because that's what the market dictates. Parmigianis are more heavily discounted. Parmigianis are less sought after. Once again, not because they're worse, even though I do think a Moser is a finer watch, but Parmigiani is a damn fine watch as well. But you should not be paying the same price for a Parmigiani that you pay for a Moser, because that's not what the market dictates. You'll lose way more. If you bought a Parmigiani for the same price as a Moser and they're competing models, you're going to lose way more on the Parmigiani than the Moser. Now, I'm not saying buy only for value. Buy what you love, but you should be able to get a better price on the Parmigiani than the Moser. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Really does help. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more content. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Take care.